Oh my word, we've just had one fly from the exact position we wanted to, with the valley in the background, and it's literally just flew straight at me to the point where I was clipping the wings and everything. Good morning and welcome back to another video. Wow, today I'm really excited. I drove down to Stratford last night to visit two of my closest friends. So Andy Green and Adam Juckes. We recorded the podcast live, which was really nice. Adam's been away for the best part of 5 weeks on an incredible road trip through Wales, up to the north of England, into Scotland and all around the west coast of Scotland. So if you want to hear all about that, tune into the WildX Podcast. We stayed at Adam's overnight last night, and we've got up early this morning and we've drove down to the Buckinghamshire area, not a million miles away from where they did the reintroduction programme for Red Kites, and that is exactly what we're hoping to film and photograph today. So I've never been here before, but Adam has, so he's gonna show me and Andy around, and yeah, hopefully we get some nice images. Also, whilst we're out, I'm gonna do a quick review of this new bag that's just come out by PGYTECH. So I'll go into a bit more detail later when we're out up in the hills. Wow, I can understand why Adam comes here. Haven't seen any kites yet, but we're raised up, elevated, and if they fly in from that direction, you're at eye level with them. And they are phenomenal birds, and the way they fly is exceptional. It's kind of hard to believe really that they were non-existent, you know, only a few years ago, and it's through these reintroduction programs that red kites have now thrived. And you know, you go into Wales and you know, you see them in mass, you know, thanks to giggering and a number of other feeding stations. And yeah, I'm all for it because they are absolutely beautiful looking birds. And I tell you what, I see a lot of them, but it's hard to get close to them. So I'm hoping today I can get some nice images, some close-up images with the detail in the feathers, because they are extraordinary looking birds. One of the best raptors out there. Well, now we're up here, what I will say is conditions for photography are absolutely spot on. It's bright, but there's a light cloud cover, so that light's really diffused, so you haven't got that harsh light, so we should be able to get some really good detail on the images. The only issue we've got, and it's a big issue, isn't it, Ad? We've got Andy with us, and he just frightens all the wildlife away. Every time he comes out, we don't see anything. So, so fingers crossed that'll change today. Right, it's time to get the camera out because I can hear that distinctive cry of the red kites, and it's unmistakable, and it's an awesome sound. So we know they're in the area. I thought Adam had brought us on a wild goose chase, but it looks like he has really brought us to the right location. Mike? Kite's up. And my camera's not ready. So I can see a pair of kites. They're low down over the fields in front. So I was just talking to Adam and saying I just need to catch a thermal and bring them up a bit closer. But it's nice that we're seeing them you know, really early on, and we've got all day, so there's no rush. Right, we've just moved location and we haven't gone far. And I talk about this a lot. When you get somewhere, don't just set up and think, right, that's it. Have a good look around. And what we've realised is by just coming round the corner, there's a much better backdrop that's really going to make the red kite pop. So there's one coming in. Yeah, sorry, I was just saying, just by moving and having a look, you know, set your camera up and then look through the lens and say, yeah, I'm happy with that. If not, just move. And I often say, sometimes you don't need to move that far. You know, we've literally moved 20 yards and the look through the camera now is so much better. We just need the red kites to come a bit closer. It's quite incredible to think that these amazing raptors was practically near enough extinct in the UK. There was only a few pairs in mid-Wales by the 1800s and obviously killed off through persecution, hunting, poisoning. And there's been some fantastic reintroduction programmes here in the Chilterns. There's one up in Yorkshire, in Scotland and in Wales. And there's now over 10,000 breeding pairs, which, you know, is a fantastic success story. Oh my word, we've just had one fly from the exact position we wanted to with a valley in the background, and it's literally just flew straight at me to the point where I was clipping the wings and everything. It's just perched up in the tree now. Oh, I tell you what, this is awesome. that was a really, really nice encounter. It came from the direction we wanted to. We've got these lovely hills and valleys in the distance behind, so it wasn't sky behind, and I just love it when it comes in from that angle and you've got that backdrop, because then the bird really pops and you can see all the detail. It's circled round, it come that close, and then it's just perched up in that tree. Absolutely beautiful. You don't often see them perched or can get close to them when they're perched. You see them soaring around quite a lot, but to get them perched up in a tree relatively close, I mean, it was probably 50 yards away, and I've got the big 600 on, so that was plenty. Oh wow, that was that was awesome. I switched from video to photo because I thought I've got plenty of video footage now. I wanted to get some photos, and there was about 3 circling us, and I just stayed on the one bird, and as I was taking a burst of shot, another kite's coming from the side, talons out, and literally they've come together and clashed, and I've managed to get that image. I'll put it up now, but that was absolutely awesome. And now, I mentioned earlier in the video this bag that PGYTECH have sent me. This is their flagship bag called the One Pro ST. If you want a bag that you can put the body and the camera lens in connected, then this is the bag for you. And I'm not just saying it because they've just sent it. It is the comfiest bag I've used. It's got an incredible sort of like back system on it. It allows airflow. So we'll get into it now and I'll show you what it's all about. So opening up this bag is nice and easy. It has a 180-degree opening, so the gear is right at your fingertips. It's a one-panel full access to your camera, lens and accessories. No more fumbling around when seconds count, just unzip and shoot. And on both sides of the bag are these big unzippable pockets, and within them there are further pockets to put everything in. There's also this really handy indicator that you can switch on to remind yourself that the batteries need charging. And on both sides of the backpack externally, there's a really useful hook and loop system, so you can secure your tripods, and you can configure this in different ways. And not only is it lightweight, but it looks the part too. I love the night camo finish. So if you are interested in this bag, I'll put a link in the description. So that was a nice little surprise. There was a herd of about 30 or 40 fallow deer that just appeared from nowhere and literally just come running across, and they just kept on coming. Something must have spooked them low down, but they've literally come running right past us. Middle of the day as well. It's really, really nice to see. So we've got one kite that's perched beautifully, really low down with a brilliant backdrop. But unfortunately this light's really harsh and I'm getting quite a lot of heat, so yeah, it's so tough. And these are the birds that you really want that detail, because they're stunning looking and the feather detail's incredible. So yeah, fingers crossed we get a little bit of cloud cover whilst this one's perched up, and the clouds just cover the sun. Oh, finally, we've got a bit of cloud cover, and it's come a little bit late, but we have just had an amazing, probably 20 minutes where they were literally flying in. But wow, I'll put some of the images up now that we've just got coming in really close and yeah, breaking that skyline, so we've got a nice backdrop. But wow, these are special birds. And when they come close, they are massive. They are really big. They've got a 1.9 metre wingspan. So yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Oh my word, we've now got two, and you can tell I mean business because I've turned me hat backwards. There's two perched up with the most beautiful background now, so I'm going to switch from video to photo and get some really nice images. In all my years of doing photography, I've always really struggled to get perched up kite shots with a nice clean background. But today was the day I got rewarded for all my patience. Spending time here in the Chiltern Hills with these incredible red kites has been such a privilege. Their story is an amazing conservation success, and it's thanks to the dedication of the people who worked on the reintroduction programme and the feeding stations that their numbers are now thriving. Without that hard work, I wouldn't be able to enjoy, film and photograph them like this today. A huge thank you to everyone involved, and I hope their success inspires more conservation stories just like it. Wow, Adam's just screwed up his outro, so I'm under pressure now to get this absolutely spot on. A big thanks to Adam for bringing me and Andy down here today. We have had the most incredible time ever, and to be honest, it was really quiet for a good few hours. We did see the odd kite and we did get images, but Adam said it's usually a lot busier than this, and our patience paid off because we've been rewarded with definitely the best images of red kites I've ever got. And I've been to feeding stations. I did a video at the feeding station in Wales, but this was truly spectacular. Being up high and elevated and having them come at you at eye level, yeah, it just made for some really nice footage and some amazing photos. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I am absolutely buzzing, and I will be all the way home. If you have enjoyed it, please could you give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It really pushes the channel out to other people who like this kind of thing. So from me, the beautiful hills of Chiltern. Chiltern. It is Chiltern. Thanks for watching, and stay safe, and I'll see you out there on the next one.